Hello everyone, well let's have a look. What does March 2022 hold for you? I'm going to do a little bit of an overview of what I see March bringing through and influencing, and then I'm going to go through and do the individual sun signs, so stay with me. The first thing that I'm going to talk about with March is the fact that you've got a great time in which to be able to look at where is it that you have been procrastinating, sitting on the fence, making yourself stand still because you may have felt that you've got to create a plan, you've got to get things moving, but where do you start? So this is about being more proactive. So March opens up the energy or the opportunity. You might see great offers sitting there. You might see what you've contemplated coming together. And this also enables you to feel that you've got a starting point, because for some you may be feeling a little dissatisfied or confused how this year started out. Now you've got a chance in which to look at what it is that I need to change and how to get out of that frustration into something that is going to bring me more positivity. All right, let's have a look. Aries, what does March 2022 have for you? Takes the pressure off, number one. That's very important, and this is going to govern in and around your friendships, your home, your social areas. You may even see this as a time in where you felt a little bit triggered by circumstances around you, which you've been quite aware. Maybe there's been a bit of nervous energy. Then all of a sudden you start to see these wonderful commitments coming through, which enable you to see great support, happiness, feeling that you're successfully moving forward in the way that you have wanted. If you have gone through a time where you felt very unmotivated, this month really brings everything back into perspective. You're able to see the long term coming from this. Taurus, insecurities. This is about letting them go. There's nothing to fear here. It's almost like as if everything's going to turn around. It's going to happen when you least expect it, but it's a great surprise, and you see yourself being able to steam ahead and make decisions because it's based on what is sitting in front of you. Paperwork may be signed. That's what we have here with our Knight of Swords. It's all about paperwork and decision making. It's all about being able to look at the mental capacities of decisions and choices, because emotionally you may have felt yourself in a bit of a tug of war, but this month really delivers on giving you the opportunity to put things into perspective and see results. Gemini, you're back over the past. This is reconnecting with people, places and situations, and this also means that if there's been something that has been outstanding there for a while, you may be going back to meet with that or to be able to get it settled. You will see this as a time of lucky opportunity, something being presented to you. You see this as an opportunity in which to be able to see different levels that you can go. So this is juggling the two. For some, this might be 2 jobs. It may be that you're looking at living between 2 homes. It could be that you are seeing this as a time in which you're able to see the pros and cons in circumstances and how to better balance this out. And maybe this is about giving each of this a bit of a try. And in doing so, you might see great results come. It shows here for the Cancerian, this is you being cautious. The Fool in reverse always talks about being able to see things from a whole different perspective. But what is holding you back from actually making that initial step or taking that initial decision to the forefront? And it could be that you feel a little bit blocked here. There may be unnecessary delays, or you're worried about putting too much pressure on yourself or what other people may expect. And therefore, this month tells you maybe your anxieties are unfounded, and maybe that you're doing this, you need to trust yourself. It could be that everyone else has an opinion, but it's up to you how you feel that situations should come together. And in doing so, you may see yourself making some very strong strides or breaking new ground because you've decided to trust yourself. Leo, you can't force a situation, but you definitely can stop wasting time on it. And this has a lot to do with your resources, your energy. Where are you putting that into something that is not giving you the necessary feedback or the positive results? Now, the Spirit shows this as needing to make change. And maybe you've been procrastinating about the changes you should be doing, and instead you haven't been doing it, and you're wasting time worrying about not having what you feel you should have. And therefore Spirit's saying, well, hang on a minute, you do. Everything's changing for you. This year was all about change, and in bringing that through, you're going to see those changes happening in the home. But you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about what's really going on, because it will be taken care of. Things are going to be okay. You're going to find for Virgo, this is you going back over the past. This is a reflective time. You've left something behind. You might be going back to reconnect or delve a little bit deeper into finding out information that is important to you. You won't want to spend too much time there, but you will be most definitely looking at what it is that you have been resisting. So a lot of psychological or conscious thinking will be going on this month, Virgo, and you will be looking at ways in which you can tidy up aspects of your life that have been outstanding. If this is about your career, you will meet on those discussions. If it's money, you will meet on those discussions. If it's a person, you will connect in a way in which you are able to see this situation, whether it needs closure or do you rehash. And therefore, you may be finding that resistance sometimes has needed a little trigger to get things moving again. Okay, let's have a look for Libra. It's about trusting the process. The Eight of Cups in reverse. This is moving forward and knowing the decisions that you are making are really going to show stronger form or come together in months to come. You see long-term results which will manifest what you believe is a strong time of wishes coming true. That's what the Nine of Cups represents for you. It also is about the respect that we have for people in our life, for situations, what we feel that we've brought in more abundantly, and how to cultivate that more. You may see that you are reflective on what changes you have made, how the home and a family has been affected, or how maybe you've restructured your life and your life goals to be able to have a more productive time. You're manifesting something better in. So those changes are sitting there that have been made, but you're respecting this because you know in the long run you're getting what you need back in. This is contracts and agreements. It's also wonderful for real estate or negotiating what you want. And because it represents Capricorn, which is December, that means the December just gone last year and January this year, you could be finding yourself back into discussions, okay, which are going to lead around the home. You will find yourself in connection with a Scorpio. This is all to do with where are you holding back. Now, you may be finding yourself quite surprised to know that even though you've been very patient, you're still not listening to yourself when it comes to what you know will support you best. And you could be finding yourself really needing to take a bit of a stance on this. You could be saying to yourself, hey, I don't want to be limited anymore. I want to be able to feel that I'm in a position to be able to negotiate what's important to me, and in doing so I want to feel like I've got a little bit more control. Now, you may be looking at your spending, you may be looking at areas connected with your career path. If this is to do with the home or any of the energy that has needed to bring in a bit of change, then that's what you're going to spend your time focusing on, and those are the results that you are going to bring through. Sagittarius, it's all about communication. This is marketing, buying, selling. It's also dealing in a financial level in which you feel that you can deliver very strongly. Now, if you're in business, this is very productive. If you're selling items or bringing something in that you need to be able to support a lot of your decision making, then March brings this through for you. And also it's a time of Aries, so March and April. You will find you're looking to improve circumstances in the coming 6 months. Therefore, you will see excitement coming through with deals, even though everything is going to be very, very tumultuous. It's happening on the spot. There is some great excitement coming out of this, and therefore, Sagittarius, don't give in to doubts. Things are going to turn out a lot better than what you're thinking. Okay, Capricorn, this is about finding a settling point. This is settlements, agreements, and decisions. It's also financial, but it's also around relationships and personal areas. Where has there been a little bit of confusion? How do you feel that you're fitting in or others are perceiving you? Where has there been this little trigger of feeling fascinated on a situation or a person or a circumstance, but haven't been able to really figure it completely out? Sometimes our conscious mind has us thinking and doing things that we feel that we should be doing, and then we find when we really open ourselves up and talk about it or discuss it or come back into it, we recognize that perhaps it wasn't as compatible as what we have needed. So this is your chance to work through that. Where is it that you're not happy with something in your life? What is it that is contributing to you feeling that you are not gaining a result or being able to finish off that which you have tried diligently to kind of rectify? Then this is your chance in the month of March to find those solutions. And I can tell you that they are coming. It's just saying here, don't bypass this time. This is your chance. Get on top of it because you'll get results. Okay, let's have a look at Aquarius. Aquarius, it's about finding fairness. It's about finding balance. It's about being able to see yourself coming through a time of restructure. The Death card in reverse is about closing chapters and doorways, looking at what is it that you need to focus on in which to have a more productive time. This could also include friendships, but think back into that subconscious thinking. Where have you lost a bit of confidence? Where is it that you need to regain this? And therefore, this could have a lot to do with the commitments that you've got coming up. Surprisingly, you may be finding that this is very advantageous to you. So keep your nose to the grindstone, keep your eyes and ears open. There's something on the horizon which is really going to manifest through this month. Pisces, it's about finding happiness. Where is it that you've been prolonging something that you've been holding back on because you felt like you've had to nurture all these other areas in your life? Therefore, this has created a few dramas. And because of this, now you're clearly going to see that some of these anxieties may have been triggered over the past 14 months, by the way, will need a little bit of a change. Now, this tells you you've got skill set support, and it also tells you that you are very well equipped to be able to make good on that which you are trying to figure out. Now, because the what we call the Magician is all about our career path, manifesting a touch of magic in our life and trying to figure out where we really are. You may be finding, Pisces, that you're inviting in new developments around relationships, finances, new career path, improvements into your home, improvements in yourself. Whatever this is, you're going to find it's a very strong time to be able to benefit. So guys, what does March tell you? It tells you that as much as it might be a little bit frustrating and you're being pushed through to actually get some results this month, you're going to see this as a time in which you have great confidence in and encouragement around the adjustments you're going to be introducing between now and we'll say the next couple of months. But March is about major decision making and really focusing on taking the lead here and getting yourself out of situations that you feel are not productive and allowing yourself to be able to grow a little bit further. In doing this, you got some really fantastic results. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me, and don't forget to like my channel or follow my page.